Welcome back, everybody, to another awesome, fantastic broadcast we got going again here tonight. It is Austria, the Red Bull Ring. This is a playoff race for the PSCRO, guys. Round 2. We weren't here last week because we were having a good time in Talladega. But regardless, race 2 for the first round here at Austria. So we're going road course racing in the playoffs. This is going to be very fun, very interesting to see what is going to happen tonight. Close to qualifying, as we get on here. But first and foremost, I've got Jay in the booth. Jay, how you doing?
Man, we're back here with another PSCRO race. Never in my wildest dreams would I have ever expected to see a truck series truck driving around here at Spielberg, but holy cow, here we are tonight with the PSRL race 2 of the first round of the playoffs. It's gonna be exciting. My voice about 90% back here tonight, Tom, so I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right tonight. Still recovering from that old Talladega trip, but this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a great time here tonight.
Oh yeah, it is going to be a great time. We already got Matthew Wood in the chat. He is saying, "OMG, Jay shaved." Jay, why did you have that beard?
Yes.
Why did you have it, first off?
Yeah, I started growing it out in like November. I never grew out a beard, so that was a once-in-a-lifetime thing there for me. But I was planning for my Talladega costume, I was going to go as Jesus. And, yeah. I had a great time as Jesus, but we had, got home. I was like, I got to get rid of it. I'm done.
Where can you see that photo? Can you see it on our community page? Though?
Yes, it's on our community page. You can see all of us in costume. We had a whole gang of us in costume. So pick out your favorite one. Post it in the comments below. Which one is your favorite?
Yeah.
And I'd be kind of curious to see what you guys got to say.
And look, there were 3 really good costumes there. One of them you had to be there to really appreciate it, which was Forrest Gump. With Jared. Just how he handled that character, phenomenal. But I gotta say, Jay's costume and Donovan's costume with Nacho Libre were absolutely mint.
Yes.
You guys gotta go see it. It's a phenomenal picture.
Yes.
But let's get back into broadcasting here. Let's go into some race info for you guys tonight. Give you guys a little bit of a heads up of what's going on and what to be expecting. So, tonight, it's the Jordan Handy 120 race 14 of 20 here at the Red Bull Ring. A track length of 2.66 miles, just like Talladega. We got a track temp of 107 degrees, altitude of 2,222 feet. Got an ambient temp right now, 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 73% humidity. We got a partly cloudy sky condition here today with a 10-mile-an-hour wind. This is the PSCRL Truck Series Season 3, a 9-turn road course, 7 right turns, 2 left turns, and a couple hairpins. Got a stage caution on lap 20, so make sure you guys keep your eye out for that. We could see a little bit of shakeup happening there. But beyond that, we got a pace car speed of 60 miles an hour, pit road speed of 50 miles an hour, and everybody out here tonight, they all get 1 quick repair. So, if you junk your stuff early, which could happen, you can come right back out on track and get yourself back in the race. So, with that being said, though, look, we're going right into qualifying here, and we're going to watch everybody take a turn with going out on track as we see the first car out, Brian Underwood in that number 77. Let's talk a little bit about the track, Jay. This track is obviously one of the great tracks in the world right now. F1 visits it. We're here tonight with some really heavy stock cars, or stock trucks, you may say. But look, this is a tall task. This is not an easy track to go around in these big, heavy vehicles. What are we looking for tonight? I mean, these guys are going to be struggling, whether you like it to say or not. But what are some of the things that these drivers are going to have to go through?
Yeah, like you said, these big, heavy trucks. I mean, we've got a couple hairpin turns that are very intricate. Got to get heavy on the brakes. getting all of the weight to transfer in these trucks is going to be difficult all night long. And then we got some really long straightaways. You get some pretty good runs off of turn 10, even if off of turn 1 or turn 9, excuse me, and then turn 1. You're going to have great opportunities to set up a run down those long straightaways. Some of your best passing opportunities are going to be turn 1. Both hairpins are going to be really aggressive tonight, playing a little bit of cat and mouse on the brakes. It's going to be fun. They're going to be fighting these trucks all night long, and I guarantee these boys are going to be sore by the end of this one.
Absolutely. Another thing to talk about here, you guys can see some green stripes on the outboard parts of the corners. That is what is acceptable. If you go push past that green line there, you're going to get an invalid lap. You may get a slowdown penalty. As you can see, Brian, he working really hard to keep that truck on track coming through turns 1, and he may have gone an off track there. But this is something that drivers are going to have to keep in mind. Not only during the race, but especially during qualifying, where it's so important to get yourself starting up in the front. Brian Underwood now coming through turns 2. You can see him really working the wheel there and doing a fantastic job and keeping that number 77 straight through turns 2. Turn 1, though, may not be ideal for this lap. We may see a faster lap out of the second lap as he comes through turns 3 now. Wish YouTube on the chat right now. As you can see, the 77 going a little wide once again. He might just have to scrap this lap, but he's saying, "What's up, boys? It's Michael Boyles. How you doing, Michael?"
Mr. Screenshot making an appearance in the chat. I like
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Jay, I was trying to think of his nickname there, and I just absolutely blew it. You know, it's great, though, because I could always lean on you for that. But now here comes Brian. He's finishing up his lap 1. This is where it's going to be really difficult to keep this car or this truck on track, as these are really fast swooping right-handers coming through here trying to keep the truck on track. As you can see, getting a little loose there, but he keeps it on track as he comes down the front straightaway now across the line.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do here in qualifying. Looks like he has a green sector, yellow. He goes P3 on the board there with the first lap. Now P6 as we see Ben Gleason. He's going to the top of the board here with a 135.766. What a fantastic lap there. As now we are on board with Jonathan Gass and his announcer's jinx. Oh, man. I've been notorious for that all season long. Here's Jordan Kreider in the 69, heading across the line now to complete his qualifying time.
Jordan goes across the line. He does not get a lap time in, so he's going to have to go another round to get a lap time up. Michael still in the chat here. Hope things are good. How was Dega? Oh, man, how was Dega? That is a loaded question there. Man, yeah, exactly. Do we begin on Tuesday? Probably, because Friday, Saturday, Sunday was kind of a blur. But we got Farrell Robbins now coming off the final corner across the line. Let's see what this number 4 truck can do. We can see Farrell Robbins. He's been getting faster throughout the year, doing a great job on the oval side, on the road course side. The first time around, he does not put up a lap time as he gets into the red off of turn 1. Maybe going to be able to get a lap time in, but this is the one I'm looking out for here, Jay. Matthew Wood. He's already completed 1 lap, has not been able to put a lap time up. He was really quick in practice, but let's see what he could do here in qualifying.
Yeah, real quick in practice, maybe without a little bit of the pressure on that he is getting here in qualifying as he gets real aggressive into the turn. And
they only got 5 minutes to qualify
here. Oh, wow, he did not get a lap time. Oh, this is going to be fun to watch him come from the back of the field.
Oh, wow.
You're a Chicago Street winner.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to our Grand Marshal real quick, and then we'll tell you the starting lineup.
Lonnie Kreider, Grand Marshal for tonight's race. Hey, you've been watching all those people out there race, but tonight you're going to watch the best racing you've ever seen. Gentlemen, start them engines and let's go racing.
All right, thank you, Grand Marshal, for that. Now, let's pull up our grid for tonight. Starting on pole, that's Ben Gleason, and the number 66, with Noah Blackwell on the outside of him, and the number 88.
Yeah, starting P3, that's Ryan Rose in the number 78 truck with William Connolly in the 25, starting P4.
Chris the Gambler Stange in the 29, starting P5 tonight, with Aiden Lucas on the outside of him in the 47, starting P6.
Starting P7, that's Jordan Hand in the number 3 truck with Landon Burbridge in the number 2, starting P8.
Danny White in the 79, starting P9 tonight, with Melvin Helen Keller Berenger in the number 19, starting P10.
Starting P11, that's Brian Underwood in the number 77. And to the outside of Underwood is Matthew Wood, the Iron Man himself, in the number 16 truck here tonight. That'll round out your top 12 starters in the Jordan Handy 120 here at the Red Bull Ring of Spielberg.
First off, just want to throw it out there. Give a shout out to our man, Jordan Hand. Jordan Hand, it's his birthday today. And he's out here racing with the PSCRL guys. What a great way to spend your birthday, trying to come out here in Austria and get a dub. But just wanted to give that shout out to him. Jay, though, we're getting real close here to the green flag. Any last words before we receive it?
The Dega boys are back in the booth with you guys here tonight for the PSCRL Racing Series here. The best iRacers in the business in fixed setup racing trucks. We are going to see one fantastic show, wheel-to-wheel action all night long. Everybody get ready. Use the edge of your seat because you're not going to need it for long. This is going to be some fantastic racing here in Austria.
Absolutely. As you can now see them coming through turn 9, we're going to watch the 66 take control. Oh, Noah Blackwell already getting sideways there off the final corner as he tries to catch up. The green flag isn't even out, and we're seeing action. As they come across the line, the green flag is out in the air. Ben Gleason getting a great jump as Noah Blackwell trying to stick to the outside here as he's doing a great job, but it's not going to be enough. The 66 is going to take that inside line as everybody else behind gets sideways. We got the 16 of Matthew Wood back here going 3 wide off of turn 1 and now coming down into turn 2. We're going to watch the 16 lead these guys to turn 2.
Down here into turn 2, the hairpin for the first time tonight. We're single file all the way through. See who's aggressive on the brakes. Maybe a little bit of contact there. Matthew Wood getting a whole bunch of rear bumper business there. I believe by the 3. Oh, Danny White is sideways. He's right in the middle of the track here. We're going to see some avoiding actions here. Catastrophe here in the first hairpin of turn 2.
Coming down into turn 3 now, Ben Gleason still out front with Noah Blackwell behind him. He's trying everything he can to find any type of advantage he can get to get back to the rear bumper of the 66. Not a great passing zone as we still see the 88 lurking behind the 66. Ryan Rose coming under attack by William Connolly now in the 25 as the 25 now rounds the next corner. He's trying to get real close, but Noah Blackwell really taking the battle to the 66 now as they come into the final corners.
Here goes Blackwell, maybe with a good run here. He's going to get right to the rear bumper of Gleason, giving him all kinds of bumper business here. It looks like Gleason's going to be a little defensive here. Not a great passing opportunity here as we head for turn 9. Setting up to complete the first lap of the race here as your top 4. No separation between these boys. They're all digging for position. And it looks like Gleason, he's going to lead lap 1 here at the Red Bull Ring.
Lap 1 led by the 66 as Noah got real loose through the final corners. Matthew Wood back there now. He's trying to come to the inside of Aiden Lucas. He's going to make that pass. Excuse me, that's Landon Burbridge as they now come off at turn 1. They're going for the real long front straightaway here as the 66 opens up that gap to the 88 by 1 second now as the 88, 78, and 25 are under a blanket coming into turn 2. The 25 all over the rear bumper of the 78. Not going to be able to make anything happen there off the exit, but coming down the next straightaway after turn 2 presents another opportunity to pass. Into turn 3 they come.
Yeah, down here into turn 3, your second hairpin of the track. We're going to see how aggressive these guys get on the brakes. Oh, as you see Gleason, your leader, get a little squirrely there on the entry to 3. But now you see Ryan Rose under attack here by Connolly. He's going to try and plant the throttle here and get a good run here off of the turn. Oh, he's still sideways as the 78 of Rose as William Connolly looks to the inside here through the sweeper. He's still sideways, drifting this baby around the corner.
Drifting around, the 78 still continues to hold on to that P3 position as he continues to get hounded from behind by William Connolly coming through these next final corners, turn 8 and turn 9. The real fast right-handers as the 66 still sits out front with a comfortable lead. Here comes Matthew Wood from behind to the inside of the 47 of Aiden Lucas as he now rounds turn 8 and down into turn 9. He's got his eyes set on the 29 in front of him of Chris Stage. Chris is going to let him by here, coming down the front straightaway and down into what will be turn 1. Matthew Wood now setting his sights on the 25 in front of him.
Yeah, Matthew Wood started this race in that P12 position. He has been making moves all race long. Just gets by Stange there and Lucas in the 47. He's already opening a little bit of a gap to these boys. 4.5 seconds off your race lead, and he is cutting into it as he's going to head for turn 2 now. This right-hand hairpin. See how aggressive he gets on the brakes. Using up a lot of curb here on the apex. Get a good drive off this corner as he is still on the pursuit to the front of the field.
All right, we'll go back to some of your closer battles on track. Jordan Hand back here now taking the attack to the 77 in front of him. That's Brian Underwood. Brian Underwood had a little bit of an off-track excursion at the beginning of this race, finding himself deeper in the field. The three truck of Jordan Hand having a little bit of damage to the front end of that vehicle as he rounds turn 3 and down into turn 4. The 3 car, again, the birthday boy, the birthday man coming out here at Austria, trying to make all he can out of it. Currently P10 and still lurking behind. We'll go back up front here with Ryan Rose and William Connolly as they continue to duke it out for P3.
Yeah, these boys have been battling it out all race long. It looked like Connolly took a peek to the inside. Not a great passing zone here to the inside of Rose. He's going to try and get right up to the bumper here off of turn 8. Now into turn 9. As you see, Rose still sliding this thing around this racetrack. Still trying to find the grip. But look at Connolly. He's going to get a massive run here. Maybe push the 78 here down the front straightaway. Working together as we're going to head for turn 1. He's going to look to the inside. Inside move by Connolly. Late lunge. Cat and mouse on the brakes. Oh, he overshoots the corner. But it looks like he's going to hang on to that position. Ryan Rose not able to pull off the crossover.
Ryan Rose really squirrely on the exits of these corners and the entrances. Look, that's going to make a very hard situation for the driver later in this stint of the tire run, but the 78's going to look back to the inside. Is he going to make it happen? No. The 25 shuts the door on him once again, and he gets a better exit off of turn 2 than the 78. The 78 still struggling a little bit as here comes Matthew Wood in that P5 position. He's going to look to take over P4 in the coming corners.
Yeah, the Iron Man, Matthew Wood, has made his appearance up here in the top 5, now battling with Ryan Rose here for a P4 position. This truck is on absolute rails. Your winner of Chicago Street, he can get it done here on these road courses as he has closed this gap down to the 78, grabs a little bit of grass there, maybe looking for an alternate line down here into this left-hand swooper, maybe carry the momentum here. He's going to gain even more time here to the 78 of Ryan Rose. Look at him. He's closing this gap extremely rapidly right now as he's right there on the bumper as we're heading to the final corners of the course.
Last time by was Matthew Wood's fastest lap time, also faster than anybody else on track by a full second. By a full second, this 16 car is on absolute rails as you can see him really using the wheel coming through these final corners to see if he can keep it straight off the final corner. He does. Very smooth application of throttle is the name of the game here. As you can see, Matthew Wood taking the attack to the 78 now as they come through turn 1. As the 16 still lurking behind the 78. We'll see if he can make a move here coming down into turn 2.
Yeah, down this straightaway, looks like he's going to the outside. Ryan Rose playing a little bit of blocker mode as the 16's into the grass. Holy cow, they hang on to it as we're heading here for the turn 2. This tight right-hand hairpin. Do we see Matthew Wood make a late charge, a late dive bomb, move to the inside? Oh, he wraps the curb. He's still going to stay side by side with the 78 here off of turn 2. Headed for turn 3. These boys are battling it out as Matthew Wood still trying to get by the 78 of Rose.
What a master class of blocking that the 78 did going into turn 2 all the way down the straightaway as well. He's still got the 16 behind him, very hungry as well as they round turn 3 now coming down into 4 and 5. We're going to see what Matthew Wood can do here. Is he going to be patient and let the 78 possibly make a mistake, or is he going to go on full attack? We're about to find out here as they come through turns 4 and 5. The 78 doing a great job to keep the 16 behind him still as they come through 5 now. Look at the 16 grabbing all that speed through 4, 5, now 6. Coming down into 7 and 8, the real fast right-handers. Here comes the 16, almost to the inside. Let's see what he can do in these final corners.
Yes, we're going to be exiting here off of turn 8, headed for turn 9. As you see, Matthew Wood maybe going to do a little bit of a crossover move here on the front straightaway. He's going to get a massive run here as you see Rose into the grass. We're going to be drag racing, door to door, wheel to wheel here across the start finish line. Blue's going to play aggressive on the brakes, a little bit of cat and mouse. Looks like the 16, way more aggressive on the brakes. He's going to take that position, move Matthew Wood up to the P4 position as we exit turn 1.
Plus 8 since the start of this race. He is doing a phenomenal job to get that 16 up to the front. As now we're going to wait a little bit to see what Matthew Wood can do with Noah Blackwell in front of him. Look at this, though. We've had a little bit of position change between William Connolly and Noah Blackwell. Blackwell is in that P3 position now, as he was in P2. Ben Gleason, though, he is way up front here. He's got just about a 3.6 second lead ahead of second place. Right in front of him, we've got a little bit of lap traffic there. That's Danny White in the 79. Oh, he overshoots this corner, and he's going to lose a lot of time here. In the gravel he goes. Here comes Gleason. Oh, man. That was close there as Ben does make it through. That creates another problem for the 25, the 88, and the 16 behind him. Going to have to pass some lap traffic here as now Danny White back off the track here and letting everybody else by. Noah Blackwell now going to be coming under attack by Noah Blackwell. Or the 88 under attack by the 16, excuse me.
Yes, this is some great battling as we're going through the final turns of this course. They're off at turn 8, now setting up for turn 9 to set up for that front straightaway. As Matthew Wood, look at the run. He gets off at turn 9 with a massive run. He's looking maybe to the rear bumper here, the 88. Wow, are we going to see another one of these cat and mouse moves on the brakes again? As the 16 is in lunging distance, he's going to be a little conservative here. Oh, look at how hard on the brakes he still is. He's trying to make this inside line work off at turn 1. He's going to be about a car length behind as we're heading down the straightaway. Headed for turn 2. Maybe your next best passing opportunity. See if you can get close enough here before we hit this hairpin.
Coming down into turn 2 now, the 16 behind the 88. Let's see if he's going to make a move. It doesn't look like it here, but he's going to get real close to the rear bumper. Maybe try to set something up for the exit of turn 2. Is the 16 not going to be able to do that as he's still stuck behind the 88? Also, a thing to bring up here, Jay, that 16's got a little bit of left front damage and rear bumper damage. Might be hurting him a little bit on these straightaways as the 88 seems to have a pretty clean truck at the moment. As he come through turn 3 now off the exit, the 16 still all over the rear bumper of the 88. I don't think it's hindering him at all. As he comes down into turn 4, he's going to still stick to the rear bumper of the 88.
Yeah, the 16 has shown his pace here through these left-hand swoopers here, turns 5 and 6. He's been really quick through here. He's going to try and close the gap again to Blackwell. Blackwell's been pretty good through here as well. Looks like they're going to stay at just about even here. But here comes Matthew Wood. He did get a good run here through the sweeper. He's going to look to the inside here to this next break-in zone. He's going to make the pass before he even get to the corner. Matthew Wood on absolute rails here tonight. From P12 back up here to P3. Look out for the 16. Look out for the Iron Man. He's on a mission here tonight at the Red Bull Ring.
Absolutely. As we're coming across the line, we just completed lap 7 on lap 8 now. In 13 laps, we're going to have our stage caution where everybody can come down and get some tires and some fuel. If they can make it 20 laps, we'll find out here pretty soon as Matthew Wood comes off of turn 1, setting his sights on William Connolly in front of him now. That's about a second gap between those guys. We'll go back here to your closest battle on track, which happens to be the 54 of Dylan Carrier and Josh Kreider in the number 5 as they exit the final corner onto the front straightaway.
Yeah, it looks like Carrier's going to make that move, and we're going to see Kreider follow right behind him in the tow here as we're heading down the front straightaway, setting up for turn 1. Looks like Kreider maybe peeking just a little bit. No, he's going to stay in line, get real aggressive on the brakes, try to close that gap down. But Carrier unfazed there through turn 1. He's going to build about a car length, maybe 2 car length gap here off of turn 1. Maybe opening it up here to Josh Kreider as they're currently running in the P11, P12 positions. But here it is. Matthew Wood has closed the gap to the 25 of Connolly. Here through the left-hand sweeper, he's going to make the move. Holy cow, he just passed him like he was standing still. The 16 is on absolute rails going through the left-hand sweeper again.
Matthew Wood up to P2 now, plus 10 since the start of this race as he comes on down to turn 7 here. That gap between first and second now 2.9 seconds as that gap has dwindled away just a little bit here as they come through the final corner now. The 16 setting his sights on the 66. That may take just a second here. Oh, we had a little bit of issue here with the 66. 66 lost a lot of time through that final corner. As now it's just about 1.5. Oh, he overshoots turn 1, 2. The 66 having some issues here. Look, he's backed all the way up to the 16. Matthew Wood now has got his sights set on the leader, and it is just out in front of him. Look at him go down into turn 2.
Yeah, Matthew Wood, now he's got him right in the front windshield as the 66 maybe got caught sleeping, looking in the rearview mirror, seeing how fast the 16 is, flying through the field. He's going to be about a half a car length back here right now down this straightaway. We're going to see, is he going to make a move here into this next right-hand hairpin? It looks like he's not going to be close enough, but he's been so aggressive on the brakes all night long. He's going to close that gap down to about a half a car length now, as your top 4 are under a blanket now for the race lead. This is unbelievable as Matthew Wood now getting into the dominant part of this course for himself. And through these left-hand sweepers, turns 5 and 6, he's so good through here. See if he can do it again. As the 66 is sideways to the first left-hander.
The 16 takes the lead. You've got a new leader here tonight in Austria. It's the number 16 of Matthew Wood. What a drive he has had so far. He's got nobody else in front of him now, and he's going to try to leave these guys behind him in the dust, as Ben Gleason now is going to try to mount a charge back to the 16, but also coming under attack by William Connolly as they come through 7 and 8, or I'm sorry, 8 and 9 now. Oh, the 66 real sideways. Oh, they make contact. Ben Gleason's off the track. William Connolly losing the position to Noah Blackwell down the front straightaway.
Wow, the seas parted there for the 88 of Blackwell as he slips right through the middle gap there up to the P2 position. Unbelievable. With those guys battling, it's going to allow the 78 of Rose to also close in on this battle. That's second through fifth right there on frame as they're all still duking it out. Gleason with the contact back down to the P4 position. From leading the first 8-9 laps of this race, now back down to the P4 position. Got a lot of recovery to do here in that number 66 truck as we're headed for this hairpin here of turn 2 and up this little hill, headed for the next hairpin of turn 3.
All right, the 66 now has found himself in a very different situation than what he was just in just a couple laps ago. On lap 10 now, 9 laps completed here at Austria in the 66, who has led almost every lap so far. He has now found himself in the P4 position here as he comes through into turn 4 and 5. And he nails that corner this time. This is currently your closest battle on track. We do have a couple cars down pit road right now. That's Jordan Kreider at the moment in the 69. Coming down to take maybe some fuel and some tires here. As he puts some tires on that thing. As now we got a little bit of a battle here with Noah Blackwell and William Connolly.
Yeah, as this battle continues on, these boys have been battling all race long. It looks like Connolly's going to head for pit lane. So we're going to be splitting this stage in half here, Tom, with these guys that have just made these pit stops here on lap 10, starting lap 11. We know we got that stage caution there on lap 20. Do these boys continue to maybe stretch it out here a little bit on fuel? As we're going to see a dive bomb here into turn 1. Here goes Ryan Rose to move up into that P3 position. Oh, and the crossover move! Unbelievable by Gleason on the exit of 1. He's going to take that position back. Unbelievable.
Textbook. That's all you can say about that. What the 66 did there, he knew the 78 was dive bombing. He backed the corner up just a little bit and made the crossover work. What a beautiful move that the 66 did as he comes through turn 2 now, and he holds on to that P3 position at the moment. What a great move for him. I mean, that was awesome. Ryan Rose now still stuck here in P4. He's got the 66 in front of him. As you can see, this 78 had a little bit of struggles at the beginning of this race, but he's making a resurgence now as they come through. Oh, that's Jordan Kreider. Jordan Kreider off track there in turn 3. Couldn't find him there, but nonetheless, Jordan now going a lap down there in the 69, not having the race he wants to have. The good thing, though, is we're going to have a stage caution here soon. So, the 78 catching right back to the rear bumper of the 66, now coming through the final corners.
Yeah, it's Jordan Kreider right there in the going off track. He just made his pit stop, so he is the first guy 1 lap down. So when we do get this end of this stage, he might be able to get back on the lead lap naturally or with that free pass. So he's in a pretty good position. But here it is, Gleason down pit road, Ryan Rose down pit road. Unbelievable turn of events here. They're going to undercut your race leader of Matthew Wood as well as Blackwell. We saw a couple other leaders make pit stops as well. We'll see. Matthew Wood continues on here on the exit of turn 1, and here's Blackwell on the exit of turn 1 now, as these two boys still haven't made a pit stop yet here tonight.
All right, Chris Stange now up into that P3 position as Ben Gleason, Ryan Rose come down pit road. Jordan Hand in that P4, Aiden Lucas in P5. We also got one more coming down pit road. That's Landon Burbage as he's looking for his pit box. We got a little bit of a battle happening here between Jordan Hand and Aiden Lucas as they come down into turn 2. Whoa, the 47 grabbing a little bit of grass there. As the 3 now comes into the corner with a little bit of front end damage to that number 3 truck. Aiden Lucas had a great exit off at turn 2. Let's see if he can make anything happen.
Yeah, he did. He closed that gap in about half to the 3 of Hand, as Hand has been having a pretty consistent race here throughout the beginning as Lucas started towards the front as well. And these guys are battling still yet to make a pit stop as they're going to continue on here in the positions P4 and P5. And look how much closer that the 47 has gone to the 3 here. Gets another great corner entry and exit there. Look at Hand getting a little bit wider of an arch here into turn 5, this big swooping left-hander. They've seen a lot of time made up and lost here through these left-handers of turns 5 and 6. And it looks like the 47's got it figured out. So does the 3 of Hand. He's going to keep that gap pretty even as we exit turn 6.
Off of turn 6 now down into turn 7. Aiden Lucas 0.3 behind from the 3 truck of Jordan Hand. Let's see if these guys may make a pit stop. No, they're going to forego it as they come into the final corner. Matthew Wood still out front right now in the 16. Not making a pit stop yet. Noah Blackwell, same thing for him. Chris Stange as well as he comes down into, or up into turn 1. As we go back here, this is the battle for P4 with Jordan Hand and Aiden Lucas. This is your closest battle on track as the 47 now gets up to the rear bumper of the 3 truck and maybe make a move into turn 2.
Yeah, this next hairpin turn 2 is going to be a great passing opportunity. It doesn't look like he's close enough to make a real good dive bomb move here. As you see Jordan Hand, a little defensive line on entry, but look how aggressive on the brakes the 47 Lucas is. He's going to wrap the apex perfectly, but it looks like Hand's going to get a little bit better of a run off the corner here and kind of extend this gap before we head to turn 3, your next hairpin turn. And he's going to maintain this gap for the time being as the 47 still hot on his heels, applying all the pressure, gets aggressive on the brakes again. Holy cow, look how deep he sent that thing into the corner there. He's going to get right up to the bumper of Jordan Hand, but Jordan Hand with the great exit here off of turn 3.
Jordan Hand really sticking to his guns here when he holds on to P4. 47 right behind him now as the top 5 get points here for the stage. Aiden Lucas is in the points. 8 seconds behind him is William Connolly. Ooh, the 47 really overdriving corner 5, excuse me. As, oh, look at this. We got Noah Blackwell down pit road.
Yeah, here it is. Noah Blackwell hitting pit lane here on lap 14. Doing a little bit different strategy than some of the guys he's been racing all night long. It'll be interesting to see if they can make it to the end of this stage. It looks like Stange, Wood, Hand, Lucas, these guys have not decided to make a pit stop yet, but we'll have to see where he blends back out with Connolly. Connolly was your first taker down pit lane. We'll have to see if he can leapfrog the 88 or if maybe the 88 can stay in front here through this pit sequence. And he does. He does leap the 88. He gets a good little lead here on the 88 of Blackwell. So the undercut playing in the favor of Connolly.
All right. Here comes Noah out of the pit. And there's the 66 of Gleason. Can Gleason get around him as they come off of turn 1? No, the 88 gets out in front of the 66. As they come down this straightaway here, down into turn 2. This 66 going to make a run here. Let's see what he does as they come down into turn 2. Is he going to make a move? Oh, he gives us a bumper business. Down into turn 2, more bumper business. The 66 all over the rear bumper, but the 88 holds on off the exit of turn 2.
Yeah, a lot of bumper business there between these boys. They're racing hard for these positions. This is crucial. Playoff point implications and also race position implications here down into turn 3. This next hairpin looks like he's not going to be close enough to make a move this time by, but Ryan Rose is lurking back there as well. Him and Gleason are on the same strategy as they're going to try and get by Blackwell, who just got off pit road with the fresh tires and the fresh fuel in this race truck. As now we're going to go through some lap traffic. That's Danny White here through turns 5 and 6. Oh, and he's off the track again. Another little excursion there through the gravel pit. It looks like it's not going to affect these boys racing up here for these positions. Currently on track, as now your race leader, Matthew Wood, is on pit lane.
All right, pit lane for your leader, Matthew Wood. Chris Stange, the gambler. He is staying out on track here. I wonder if he's got enough fuel to make it to the end here for this stage. It's definitely going to be something to look at here. Chris Stange, Jordan Hand, Aiden Lucas, all of them have not pitted just yet. Matthew Wood coming out of pit road now as he gets service to that vehicle. William Connolly right behind him as this battle, 1.5 seconds in between these two. William Connolly made up a lot of time with that undercut, but we're going to watch Matthew Wood with those fresh Goodyear rubbers there make up a lot of ground here. He's just about, 12 seconds, 13 seconds behind the leader of Chris Stange. We'll see what Chris Stange does now off of turn 3 now and down into turn 4, what he does with the fuel strategy for the end of this race.
Yeah, that's a great point. We know that Jordan Hand, Chris Stange in the playoff hunt, the battle for the championship, these points can be crucial as we get down towards the end of this season. Towards the elimination rounds, and if these boys are going to stretch it out on fuel, can they do it? Can they make this ultimate strategy call here and get these points, that valuable championship points, as we see the 69 on an off-road excursion here through turn 5, as it looks like now we're going to see Gleason, Rose, as well as Blackwell all go by. He's going to try and get that thing back on track. Everything kind of falling apart here for the 69 after that pit stop, as we got very valuable points up for grabs here in the next 6 laps of this stage. Or 5 now as your leader just crosses the line.
5 more laps here to go for the stage. Chris Stange still staying out here, coming through turn 1 now and down the very long straightaway after that. Jordan Hand and Aiden Lucas now going to be coming under attack by Matthew Wood with those fresh tires as they come through turn 1. Look at that run he gets down the straightaway off of turn 1. He's already side by side with the 47. He's going to take away that P3 position now. Strategy not really working out for Lucas or Hand, as Hand's now going to come under attack by Wood coming through turn 2.
Yeah, Matthew Wood, he's going to make the move. Look at the run. He gets off the exit at turn 2. He's side by side with Jordan Hand. Holy cow, Matthew Wood is absolutely on another planet tonight, flying. And he cut 2 seconds off that gap to Stange last time by. And if he could do that again for the next 5 laps, he might be able to even win the stage if Stange decides to stay out. This is absolutely insane what the 16 can do in this race, and the pace of this race truck. It's unbelievable. He was started P12, and he's moving through the field.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be giving you guys a full throttle segment here before we hit the stage and let you guys just listen to the cars and everything that's happening on track. And I am just kidding. That is not what we do here. We are not Fox Broadcasting. We're going to watch this to the end of the race. Chris Stange now coming down onto pit road. That's going to relent that lead position to Matthew Wood, as we've got Matthew Wood now switching back to the lead of this race. It looks like Chris Stange might not even lead this lap. It's going to be close. It is. Chris Stange did lead that lap. He led that lap. So if it matters or not, I don't know. But Jordan Hand and Ada Lucas still staying out on track here, have not made a pit stop. Is it a fuel strategy or is it tire strategy?
Yeah, I think it's a mix of both, maybe point strategy as well as tire and fuel strategy. I think there's a whole lot going on here with Jordan Hand. They know they might not have the pace of that 16 truck at the moment. So what are you going to do? Try to capitalize on points. As we're side by side, look at Lucas. I'm using the outside line. He's going to be able to make this pass. Unbelievable here through the hairpin of turn 2, making that move on Jordan Hand. That's going to put Jordan Hand down to the P3 position. You had me worried there for a minute, Tom. I thought we entered another dimension there with the Fox broadcast.
I love it. I love it. William Connolly now in that P4 position, moving up closer to Jordan Hand as they come through turn 3. He's going to be looking to gain a little bit more. Oh, Aiden Lucas is off of the track there. He messed up in turn 3. Oh, no. For the 47. Oh, he had it there in the bag if he could hold on to it for a couple more laps. But he's not giving up. He's going to stay on the rear bumper of the 25 as they come through turn 5, 6, and 7. We're going to be seeing what he can do here in that 47 as the 25 now hounded all over the rear bumper of that 3 truck of the birthday boy as they come down into turn 7. The 25 is going to make that pass on the 3, and here comes Lucas as well on the outside. He makes that pass easily.
Yeah, Lucas getting that position back on Hand, and there they go, diving into pit road. So there goes the strategy that we were kind of predicting. It's kind of played out right there for us now. Pitting here with 3 laps to go in the stage, and now that's going to cycle everybody back around to where they were running before the pit stops, as we got Wood, Connolly, Blackwell, Gleason, and Rose in your top 5, as now Rose giving all kinds of pressure here to Gleason for that P4 position. Down here into turn 1, let's see what kind of run he can get, as it looks like Gleason gets off track just a little bit there, grabs a little bit of sausage curb, as now it looks like Ryan Rose going to be right on the bumper here as we're headed for turn 2.
Coming down into turn 2, looking side by side now for that P4 position. Rose, Gleason going down. They're not giving each other any room. Door to door and almost door banging there. The 66 holds on to that P4 position off the exit of turn 2. What a great run. What a great defense he had there to keep the 78 behind him. Great job there, Glenn Gleason, holding on to that P4 position as they come down into turn 3 now. They're going to look to keep it straight and on track here as the 66 goes a little wide but keeps it on track. A great job by Ben Gleason holding on to that P4. Now coming down into 4, 5, and 6. Let's see what they can do here as the 78 still chasing this 66.
Yeah, as Gleason maybe opened up just a little bit of a gap here through turns 5 and 6 through the left-hand swoopers as the 78 trying to stay in touch right there in the toe of that 66, using a lot of curb there on the exit there as we're heading for the final corners of this course, as it looks like your leader's going to cross the line, get 2 to go in this stage as these points are going to be on the line. Every one of these positions is so important as the 78 of Rose still trying to get to the rear bumper of Gleason here down into turn 9. And maybe opening this gap just a little bit here on the 78 of Rose. Maybe balancing out this little bit of gap that we have here as Gleason's putting together some good laps. But here it is, a battle for P2. Blackwell versus Connolly through turn 1.
All right, here he goes. Oh, the 25's real loose there. The 88 keeps it straight. He's going to be able to get that smooth application of throttle, maybe a little bit more speed coming down this straightaway as now Noah Blackwell stuck in the tracks of the 25 coming down into turn 2. The 88 still trying to make a move here, not going to be able to do anything. Oh, he gets real close to the rear bumper of the 25, but still not being able to do anything with it off of turn 2 and down the straightaway into turn 3. We've had a little bit of trouble back here. Danny White and Jordan Kreider making lots of contact going down into or up into turn 1. We'll go back to your P2 battle here real quick. Noah Blackwell looking to the inside of the 25. Oh, the 25's loose through turns 3 and down into turn 4 now. Can Noah do anything?
Noah grabs a lot of grass there as we're headed for turn 5. He's going to get right up to the bumper here. Got to apply the pressure to Connolly through the left-hand swooper. It looks like Connolly's going to hold that position. Now down here into the next left-hander. Oh, contact is made. He uses the bumper business, and he moves the 25 of the track, but he's not going to be able to make the move. Connolly, fantastic wheel control there to keep that thing underneath him as he holds on to that P2 position. Now Blackwell going to try and get heavy again on the brakes here. Down into turn 8. Looks like he's not going to be able to close the gap. Headed for turn 9 to set up for the final lap of the stage.
The final lap of the stage is now up in the race. The 25 holding on to that P2 position. Matthew Wood still way out front here, and he's doing a great job, a fantastic job to keep the gap now of 12.3 seconds between himself and second place. William Connolly still coming under attack by Noah Blackwell off of turn 1. They're going to come down this real long straightaway that leads into turn 2. Noah Blackwell not being able to get to the rear bumper of the 25 on the straightaway. Maybe grab a little bit of draft into turn 2. Not going to be able to make it happen. Noah Blackwell, wow, look at the braking performance of that 88 down into turn 2. 25 sideways. The 88's got a great exit off of turn 2. Can he make anything happen?
Yeah, see if he can get close enough to make a lunge here into turn 3. It looks like he's about a car length back here down this straightaway. It's going to be interesting to see if he can make this move. Oh, there it is! To the inside. Big, aggressive move on the brakes. Connolly! Oh, contact again! Holy cow, these boys are racing tonight. As it looks like Blackwell's going to take over that P2 position here on the final lap of the stage.
William Connolly, is he going to have anything to get back to the rear bumper of the 88 as they come through 4 and 5 and 6? The 25 still stuck behind there, half second between himself and the 88 as they come through 5 now. As they come through 6, the 88 still keeping it straight, and the yellow flag does come out. The 88's going to hold on to that P2 position. William Connolly, P3, Ben Gleason, P4, Ryan Rose rolling up in that P5 position. Jordan Hand does come, wow, they had a big moment here. We'll go back and look at this. This is after the caution flag flew. Oh, the 3 car of Jordan Hand had a big moment there. Aiden Lucas also having a big moment there. As we go back to live here, Landon Burbage comes home P8, P9 for the Gambler, and Brian Underwood P10. Tanja in the chat. Stange got a 40-second hold. Any word from race control? Not that we know of, Miss Tanja. But I'll tell you what, it's great to have you back in the chat. We missed you over the past week or so. But nothing to come about that just yet. Congratulations to Matthew Wood, who won the stage. And now, are we going to see some, what, are we going to see some pit stops, Jay?
I would expect some pit stops. The way I'm thinking right now, Tom, maybe pit here and then find a way where you want to split this final stage up, maybe for one more pit stop to the end. We saw like anywhere from splitting the stage in half that first go around to splitting it in maybe right there towards the end with Hand and Lucas. So I would expect maybe a pit stop here, top it off with fuel, and then you could play strategy from there, whether you want to do an overcut, maybe an undercut scenario here in the final stage. Because once we go green, it'll be just about the same length there as stage 1. Once we get through these pace laps and the pit sequences here, maybe about 22 to go when we go green. So I would assume you would probably want to pit here to set yourself up for that final pit stop in that final stage. Absolutely.
Well, lots of strategies to happen here. I mean, look, if you don't pit during this caution, you set yourself up for a two stopper. What is it? You could go 18 or 16 laps, 16, 32. Yeah, you know, maybe pushing it a little bit, 15 laps, 15, 30, 45. But I don't know. This stage caution kind of throws a wrench in it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking the only one that might risk staying out here might be the 3 of Hand. But it looks like everybody's coming down pit road. That answers that. As we see, yeah. Oh, no, he does stay out. There it is. That was the one I was wondering. Oh, no, he is going down pit road. Hold the brakes. Hold on. Wait a minute. Looks like Stange may be staying on the racetrack here.
Let's see if he dives on in when pit road opening happens. It's the 29
That's
now
right.
coming
He's
down.
coming through turn 8.
Yeah, he's down into turn 7 now. Let's see if he takes the opportunity. He does it. He stays out.
There it is. I was wondering if anybody was going to try this, and it looks like Stange, the gambling man, he is going to be the guy to do it tonight.
Unfortunately,
big moves in this race.
He's not going to pass some people on pit road.
Oh, yeah, he's not even going to get the lead here. It looks like Matthew Wood. Oh, man. Did not work out ideally for him there. It looks like, yeah, he's not even going to get out of the pit lane or off the sequence in a P7 maybe.
Yeah, that's awful. He was so far behind he couldn't catch back up for those pit stops. That's terrible. What do we got going on here?
Maybe readjusting the running order. Maybe we had a little bit of a kerfuffle. I got to use that word.
A kerfuffle.
That word introduced to us the other night. So
I like it.
Yeah. I'm learning new words up here in the broadcast booth every week, so this is great. We're gonna have to use that. I was like, before we got into tonight, I was like, I gotta throw it in sometime somewhere. So there it is. That was my use.
Expanding the vocabulary makes a I don't know, an advancement in civilization.
Yeah, something like that. It sounds about right.
You know, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, but it looks like Chris Stange is out in front here. As, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Matthew Wood classified as P2 at the moment. And,
So guessing that the 72 at Gaston's going to be your free pass award winner here, as he is now in front of Stange. We're going to have to wait for timing and scoring here to catch up a little bit after the pit sequence and the guys that stayed out and the free pass. This is a little bit of a difference here. We're going to have to figure out where everybody's lined up here for this restart.
we'll see. As, 72 still out in front of the leaders here. One being caught a lap down at the moment is at 79, who is behind the 29. He's going to come down pit road. We'll see what happens to the 72 with Jonathan Gaston as they now come down the front straightaway. Look, we should be seeing lights off on the pace car this time by. We'll see if that is true. Excuse me. Yes, lights are off. 72 is going to get that free pass to go around. He's got to really put the pedal to the metal to get all the way back around for the restart. But the 72 now coming around. Chris Stange out front here. Matthew Wood in that P2 position. We are seeing strategy, though. Chris Stange
Yes.
doing something different.
Yes, I like it. I wanted to see somebody at least try it. I mean, he was running, about 6th through 9th, somewhere in that range before all of that sequence went through with the first round of pit stops. So I think this is a great call. I mean, even if you lose a couple positions on this restart, you still gained a net couple positions, and then maybe you could do a little bit of an undercut or maybe play the long game, pit right at the end with a splash and go. I mean, there is a lot of options here for the 29 of Stange. I like this strategy call. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. We're going to have Matthew Wood up on the outside. We got Connolly back here in the mix. Blackwell, those guys have been just duking it out all race long. It's going to be interesting to see if they've got anything for Matthew Wood here on this restart.
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking at a double file restart here. So, craziness. Look, turn 1 is going to be crazy. Why? Well, not only is it a restart, a typical turn 1 here at Austria, but look, we got Chris Stange on a different strategy. We got the hard charger of Matthew Wood trying to get that gap between himself and second place once again. We've got some hungry people behind him. Noah Blackwell still hasn't won a race this year and is wanting to check that off of his list. William Connolly, same thing. Ben Gleason, Ryan Rose, same thing for those guys as well. Chris Stange, Matthew Wood being the two winners way up front here. The next winner all the way in the back. Who's that? Jordan Hand. All the way back there in 11th. So, lots of opportunity. Opportunity can happen. Jay, got anything to announce before we go green flag racing?
Yes, the best iRacers in the business. Once again, we're going to get a restart here for the final stage of this race. We're going to have 22 to go when we go green. We're going to drop the thunder on these boys here at the Red Bull Ring. We're going to see how this shakes out. Strategies all over the place here. We're going to see who can find victory lane here tonight in race 2 of the first round of the playoffs.
All right. Pace car is off. Control to the 29 as they come through the final corner. 29 is going to restart this race. Let's see what he can do here with the 16 on the outside of him. Matthew Wood trying to get another win here in Austria, but Chris Stange out front right now. He gets a great restart over the 16, over the 88 as they all pile down into turn 1. They all keep it clean here for a split second as everybody else gets through. Oh, the 66 makes a little contact with the 77 as they come through turn 1. Now coming down the back straightaway, double file as they're all trying to jockey for positions coming down into turn 2. Stange out front. Blackwell gets around Wood now as the 88 holds on to that P2 position. The 16 behind him. Matthew Wood, he is still searching to get to the front. Noah Blackwell back here going side by side with our leader. No, not. The 29's trying to block him here down into turn 3.
Yeah, we're going to go down into turn 3. This is an opportunity. Cat and mouse on the brakes. Look at the 88 of Blackwell. Look at the 29 of Stage. They both were hard and aggressive on the brakes, but looks like Blackwell's going to make that move for the lead. As now Matthew Wood to the inside of Stage. They're side by side for the P2 position. And now Matthew Wood on the outside. Aggressive on aggressive break in action here by the 16. We're still wheel to wheel, door to door. Here to the swooping left-handers of 5 and 6. Stage is not going to give that position up lightly. As now it looks like the 16 of Matthew Wood is maybe clears him here.
He does clear him. Matthew Wood up into P2. Here comes Connolly trying to get around. Chris Stange now down into turn 7 to the inside. The 25 takes that position away. William Connolly puts himself into P3. Chris Stange back down into P4. Ryan Rose now all over the rear bumper of the 29 as they come out the final corner. Can he make a move? Coming down the front straightaway as it looks like it's not going to be able to happen. The 78 was on his rear bumper there just for a split second, and now he's going to look to the inside into turn 1. Side by side, the 78 takes that position away. Up into P4 for Ryan Rose.
Yeah, what a move there by Ryan Rose to move himself up to that P4 position. He's been lurking right there towards the podium all night long. He makes the move up to P4. As now look who's back there in P6. Lucas. He showed some great strength. Oh, look at the move by Gleason. Holy cow, a full send move. Does Lucas throw the crossover? No, he gets a little sideways. Gleason sideways. We're going to have a little bit of a battle here as we head down for turn 3.
Coming down into turn 3 now, the 47 all over the rear bumper of the 66. We've had a little bit of happenings back in the pack here. Josh Kreider going around, Brian Underwood having a little bit of mishap, and Farrell Robbins going into the pits with some issues there for that number 4 truck as they come and round turn 3. Noah Blackwell now coming under attack by the 16 of Matthew Wood as they come through 5 and 6. Into turn 7, the 88 still holding on to the lead of this race, but here comes the 16. Matthew Wood trying to make a move on the 88 as he looks to the inside now. Coming down into turn 7. Here they come. The 88 of Noah Blackwell, the 16 of Matthew Wood. He makes the move. The 88 gives him bumper business, but it doesn't make any difference. Matthew Wood out front once again here at Austria.
Holy cow, he just laid the hate to the rear bumper of that 16, and it didn't even move the 16. Unbelievable wheel control there by the 16 of Matthew Wood. So we got 20 to go, and he is leading this race. Gets by Blackwell. Connolly, look how aggressive he is on the brakes. He's trying to get back into this battle. He wants to go for a win this season as he is digging. Ryan Rose still lurking back there. This race is up for grabs as we are getting through this stage right now. We're going to see a little bit of strategy played out through the end of this. But the Ironman, Matthew Wood, continues to lead a stage. Loses another position there to Lucas as he is maybe going to try and make a move here on Gleason down here into turn 2.
Oh, the 66 was real sideways getting into turn 2. He holds on to that P5 position as Aiden Lucas lurches on from the background. Chris Stange here now in P7. Only -2 since the start of this race. He's not doing bad. Look, he's only got to make one more pit stop to finish this race as everyone else... everybody else has got to make a pit stop too, but the 29 is going to be able to undercut everybody. Maybe the advantage that he needs now for the end of this race. We don't call him the gambler for nothing. Ben Gleason real wide there off of turn 4 and into turn 5. He still holds on to that P5 position. Aiden Lucas still all over the rear bumper of the 66 as they come through 6 and down into turn 7.
Yes, Gleason did a very good job playing defensive there through turns 5 and 6. Now heading down into turn 8 now. See how aggressive on the brakes he gets here. Looks like he's going to close it down maybe half a car length. Now another great opportunity into this right-hander. The final turn of this course. It looks like Gleason gets a great corner there. That was beautiful. Textbook corner there by the 66 of Gleason. He's going to open up a little bit of a gap here to Lucas. But what a drive it has been so far this race for Lucas. Unbelievable moves he's made, and now here he is in a P6 position here, 19 to go, as he is sideways there off of turn 1, still digging.
Ryan Rose had a little bit of a moment there off the exit of turn 1. That's going to reel in Ben Gleason now in the 66. Let's see what the 66 can do here down into turn 2. He's going to dive it on in. Look, he's going to make a move here to the inside of the 78. Oh, contact!
Oh!
The 78's around. No, he saves it. Holy cow, here comes Ada Lucas up into P4. He's going to go side by side with 66. Not going to be able to do anything. Ben Gleason going to lose a position to Ada Lucas. Lucas now up into P4. Ryan Rose now battling with Chris Stange here. Stange to the inside, down into turn 3. What a move. What a crazy. Oh, we got more happenings up here. Ada Lucas goes off track and through turns 3 and down into turn 4. We're all over a blanket here. Look at the 78 of Rose. He's going to the inside of Chris Stange. Ada Lucas down and back into P5. What an incredible sequence of events that we saw there as these guys continue to duke it out into turn 6.
Oh man, aggression meets aggression here at the Red Bull Ring as these boys are still battling, swapping positions, door banging, wheel banging, turning each other sideways and saving them as we're still wheel to wheel, or nose to tail, bumper to bumper here as the 47 of Lucas maybe coming under attack by the 78 of Rose. He's sideways. Holy cow. As we're heading for the front straightaway. These boys are still going at it. Here goes Ryan Rose looking to the inside down the front straightaway. Lucas is going to give it to him. Little cat and mouse on the brakes. Who's going to be more aggressive? Looks like 78's going to make the move, but maybe the crossover. No, he plays defensive. Great move there. Textbook there by the 78 of Rose.
What a great move by the 78 once again, getting to the inside on the entrance of the corner. He's going to make that position up and put himself into that P5 position as Aiden Lucas behind him, not going to be able to do much into corner 2. Coming down the next straightaway, maybe an opportunity to present itself as Aiden Lucas now is backing up into the clutches of Chris Stange in P7. Stange doing a great job with those older tires to stay relevant in this race as he now finds himself going down into turn 3 in that P7 position behind Aiden Lucas. Everybody keeping it straight here this time around, not bunching everybody else back up once again. Chris Stange still behind the 47 as they come on down into turn 4.
Yeah, as these boys are going to continue here through the sweeper. Oh, it looks like Ryan Rose maybe went off track there a little bit. Used up all the track limits. Looks like he's fine. It looked a little bit strange there with that angle that we had there on that camera view. Looked like he went right off the track, but here he is still running in that P5 position as Stange with this alternate strategy, doing a fantastic job staying in touch with these guys up here at the front of the field. As Lucas, he is continuing to dig on. He had a little bit of a mistake, went from P4 to P6, still digging here through turns 9 now, heading for the front straightaway. We got 17 laps to go here around the Red Bull Ring, and the strategies are wide open from here. When do we see these guys make their final pit stop? Do we see the undercut, the overcut? Do we match the leader? And look at the onboard here with Stange.
Let's go on board for a lap here as they come off of turn 1. You can see what these guys are going through here during these incredible corners. Look, we're going to see the 29 get to the inside of the 47. No, he's going to back off here. He's not going to choose to make that move. He's going to brake early and grab himself a little bit of distance between himself and the 47. That almost became a big incident there as the 29 continues to truck on past turn 2.
Yeah, as he's losing a little bit of time, maybe 2-3 car lengths behind the 47 here as we're going to head down here into turn 3. Your next good hairpin opportunity. Look how aggressive he is on the brakes. Great opportunity. Oh, he might have overshot it just a little bit, missed the apex. A little bit of wheel spin on exit of turn 3. Go through turn 4, the swooping right-hander, and then we get into 5 and 6. The back-to-back swoopers, the left-hand sweepers. This is a great place to gain and lose time. We've seen it all night long. Looks like Stange is going to stay pretty even with the 47 through turn 5, through turn 6. Still staying even as that 47 of Lucas has been good through the 5 and 6 combo all night long. And it looks like that gap's going to level out as we head for turn 8.
All right, down into the final corners of the racetrack. Ooh, the 47 got a little sideways there, but Chris Stange overshot turn 7 and down into turn 8 now. It kind of canceled each other out. 47 still really sideways there, as you can see in the front mirror or front windshield of the 29 as he comes across start finish line. That is a lap here at Austria with the 29 in P7 at the moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for real this time, we are going to go into a full throttle segment. We're not going to pull that Fox Broadcasting stuff as what we see every weekend. But this time, we're not going to give you guys any commercials. And we promise to be back with you guys here in a little bit. Stay tuned for the final coming laps of this race. right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to bring you the final 10 laps of this race. Let's go ahead and get you guys caught up here. Matthew Wood on pit road at the moment, and he is looking to get back out on track and lead this race once again. Noah Blackwell coming down pit road, Aiden Lucas coming down pit road. This is going to be a tight battle between Noah Blackwell and William Connolly coming off the final corner now. As he comes down the front straightaway, we're going to watch him and see if he can come out in front of Noah. And he does. He does. The undercut works. Look at this. He's going to get a great gap on Noah Blackwell here off of turn 1 now. Noah Blackwell just coming off of pit road as we speak. And that gap has increased to over 5 seconds. We're going to be looking close to almost 6 seconds here possibly as they come on down into turn 2. Ben Gleason still out on track at the moment. He is leading this race coming down into turn 5. Ryan Rose not making a pit stop just yet. Chris Stange still out on track as well. Ben Gleason, though, out front. Matthew Wood, P2. William Connolly, P3.
Yeah, we were wondering there during that full throttle segment, Tom, how this undercut by Connolly was going to work. He pitted 2 laps sooner than the 88 of Blackwell, and it looks like it's going to play into a big advantage here. He's got a 6-second gap built over Blackwell here for that P2 position. Big moves here for the championship, for the playoffs here for William Connolly as he's going through turns 5 and 6 now through the big left-hand swoopers. And then also we got Gleason, and there it is. I was going to say, he was still out on the racetrack, not making a pit stop, but he comes down pit road now. That should cycle everybody back around in their respective positions as Matthew Wood got about a... Oh, man, he's got probably a 20-second lead over Connolly now. No, it leveled back out about 14. So he has got a big lead here with 9 to go as Connolly has leaped Blackwell for that P3 position. We'll see where Gleason blends back out with Connolly, Blackwell, and Rose.
Connolly now coming down the front straightaway across the line. He is going to pass Ben Gleason. Noah Blackwell coming down across the front straightaway. He's going to pass Ben Gleason as well. Gleason coming off of pit road. There's Ryan Rose going past him. This is going to be a good battle right here. Ryan Rose, Ben Gleason. Gleason coming off of pit road. He's going to find his way back on the racetrack just about a second behind the 78. He's got some fresh tires as well. Ben looking to improve that P5 position here as Aiden Lucas and Chris Stange now going to go at it here for P6.
Yeah, this is going to be a great battle. These guys have been battling for the entire second or half of this race, the final stage, as right now Stange right up here in front of Lucas. It looks like they're both going to take a little different entries here into the corner. It looks like the 29 of Stange is going to keep this gap here off of turn 1. He's going to continue this big, or turn 2, excuse me. He's going to head down into turn 3. Car length, maybe 2 car lengths back. We'll see how aggressive he gets on the brakes down here into this hairpin as they both get a little squirrely, loosey-goosey down into turn 3. Well, look at the 47 of Lucas. What a great drive off the corner, side by side with the 29 of Stange.
Side by side now, coming down into turn 5. The 29 gets loose. Oh, they make contact.
Oh!
The 47 sideways. The 29 holds on to it. So does the 47. The 29's coming back around off of turn 4. Look at this. Side by side into turn 5. The 29 to the inside. The 47 to the outside. Chris Stange takes P6 away from the 47.
This is absolutely insane. How did they both save those race trucks? As now you see the 47 of Lucas looking back to the inside here. Who's going to be aggressive on the brakes? It looks like the Stange is going to be aggressive on the brakes down here into turn 8. Now they're setting up for turn 9. This is where you want to maximize so you can get that great run off of here for that long front straightaway. It looks like Stange and Lucas are going to even it out here off of turn 9. And here is another battle. It was Ryan Rose. He did get in front of Gleason through that pit sequence, and he's got around him here. Unbelievable. But back to this battle between Stange and Lucas with 8 to go. Down here into turn 1. Oh, Stange is sideways. Lucas is sideways. Here he comes, headed for turn 2.
Coming down into turn 2. The 47's looking to the inside. He's not going to be able to have that run to get back to the inside of the 29 now as they come down into turn 2. Here's a 47 late braking. He's side by side now. The 47. He's going to take that position back from the inside in turn 2. Down down the straightaway into turn 3. We're still side by side. That 29's really fast on these straightaways. The 47 duking it out with the 29. He jukes him once again. Side by side into turn 3. Look at him go. The 29 on the outside, the 47 on the inside. They're going to set themselves up for turn 4 now as the 29. This is where mayhem happened last time. This time around, no contact. The 29 locks up. The 47 still on the outside. These guys are putting on one heck of a show.
Yeah, oh, we're door banging again. It looks like Stage maybe not be able to hold that inside line as the 47 just absolutely sent it into turn 6. It looks like he's going to clear him now, maybe open up a couple car length gap. What a battle between these guys. Unbelievable racing, and they kept those things under control. Heavy on the brakes, lockups included. Unbelievable racing as now Lucas up to that P6 position. Stange back down to P7 as here we are back to the Gleason-Ryan Rose battle here with 7 to go down into turn 1. Looks like Gleason's going to close that gap. Ryan Rose sideways. Here comes Gleason. He's going to be about a car length back down this straightaway. Can he set something up for turn 2?
Coming up into turn 2 as well, Ben Gleason going to try to make a move here to get himself into that P4 position. He's going to late break it. No, he's not. Oh, the 78 gets sideways. The 66 on the rear bumper. We're side by side now off the exit of turn 2, down the straightaway into turn 3. The 66 and the 78 have been duking it out all race, and it all comes down to this. With 7 laps to go, Ben Gleason to the inside, Ryan Rose on the outside. Can the 66 hold on? The 78 makes contact. The 66 on through. Ben Gleason into the P4 position.
Yeah, Ben Gleason, what a fantastic job that he did there to get by the 78 of Rose. These boys have been battling all night long as well here inside the top 5 for most of this race, as now Gleason's opening a little bit of a gap here through 5 and 6 through these left-hand sweepers. But look at Ryan Rose. He is still digging, still trying to find the pace in this race truck as he is just about losing a little bit more time here to the 66, maybe another couple car lengths as we're heading down towards turn 8. Another left-hand or right-hand opportunity, maybe get aggressive on the brakes again as he might be leveled out in lap time here, coming down into turn 9.
Coming down into turn 9 now, the 78 keeps it straight. The 66 in front of him keeps it straight as well. We'll take it to your closest battle on track at the moment. That's Landon Burbridge and Brian Underwood as they come down into turn 7. Underwood ahead of Burbridge now as these guys duke it out for that P9 position. And the 2 truck of Burbridge, not quite the running that he wanted tonight. He gets a little loose off the final corner. Same for Brian Underwood. Brian Underwood now coming down the front straightaway and up into turn 2. The battle here has been going on for a couple laps. Landon Burbridge, let's see, last time by was just a little bit quicker than Brian Underwood as they come off of turn 1 and up into turn 2.
Yeah, down here into turn 2, we're going to see the 2 of Burbridge close this gap maybe to the 77 of Underwood. This is a battle for the P9 position. You see Burbridge get real aggressive on the brakes down here. Closes that gap right to the bumper of the 77. Oh, he's sideways. Here comes Burbridge with a big amount of momentum here. He's going to take it to the inside. We're going to go side by side, wheel to wheel here as we climb up the hill here. This is unbelievable racing. Heading down for turn 3. Still wheel to wheel. Something's got to give. Cat and mouse on the brakes. Looks like 77 going to take a late exit or entry to the corner. He's going to hold on to that position for the moment as Burbridge still got his nose on down there on the inside.
Now coming down into turn 4, Landon Burbridge to the outside, Brian Underwood to the inside. The 77 is going to hold on to that P9 position as they come through turn 4 and down into turn 5. Now the 2 truck gets a little bit of a ground make up here as they come off of 5 and into 6. The 2's still all over the rear bumper of the 77. As they come on down into turn 7, Brian Underwood still holding on to that P9 position. As you can see, the 77 takes a little bit of a wider entry into 7. The 2 truck taking a little bit more of a shallow entrance. As you can see, they both run the same line through the final corner and onto the front straightaway. The 77 gets a little sideways. Here comes Burbridge to the inside, down or up into turn 1. Let's see what Landon can do here to try to get himself up into P9.
Yeah, still side by side. The 77 going to take another wide entrance into turn 1. Burbridge gives him a lot of room, a lot of space. He loses a ton of time here, getting early on the brakes there, allowing the 77 to have that outside advantage. He's going to open about an 8-9 car length lead here as we're headed for turn number turn number 2, excuse me, down into this right-hand hairpin. But look at Burbridge. He's still fighting as the 77 runs wide, real wide. He's going to lose it. All that time he gained through turn 1 to the do of Burbridge here as we're going down towards turn 3.
A little bit of an overshot there in turn 2 for the 77 as they come down into turn 3 now. Landon Burbridge getting back up to the rear bumper of the 77. Landon trying to make something happen here in turn 3. Makes up just a little bit of ground there as the 2 truck looks very strong. The 77 gets a little sideways there. The 2 truck, he is getting back some ground here as we get into turn 4. And it looks like 77 gets a little wide. The 2 trucks still not making a move there as we go back up to the battle with Chris Stange and Jordan Hand. This battle is even better now as they come down into turn 7. Jordan Hand, the birthday boy, he's trying to gain one more position here to round out that birthday day.
Yeah, exactly. These are some championship points up for grabs, too, for these positions. So Hand is going to be digging. Stange is going to be digging. They're both going to be trying to keep each other at bay or improve their position here. So we head down into turn 1. Stange about a 2-car length gap. Heavy on the brakes goes the 3 of Hand. Closing this gap. Runs real wide. Grabs the sausage curve there on the exit of 1. Looks like Stange is going to open up this gap by another car length or 2 here. Down for turn 2. Down this long straightaway here at the Red Bull Ring. It looks like Stange has got about 6-car length gap heading down into turn 2. He's going to try and get heavy on the brakes again here. With 4 laps to go, we're getting down to the money laps here of this race.
Yep, 4 laps to go. Our leader, Matthew Wood, now coming into the final corner to make it 3 laps to go here at Austria with the PSCRL gang. See him get a little sideways there. Saves it on the front straightaway. 3 laps to go here at Austria. Matthew Wood has led a handful of laps. We'll go back here to this battle with Brian Underwood and Landon Burbridge. Landon Burbridge getting back up to the rear bumper of the 77. The 77's off! He's off! Brian Underwood loses that position to Landon, and he is finding himself in P10. Landon Burbridge now's got a 2.5 second lead to P10 of Brian Underwood and finds himself in P9.
Yeah, big late race moves here by the 2 of Burbridge, getting by the 77 of Underwood after that mistake that he made. Crucial mistake, especially with the championship points on the line, making that mistake, losing a position late in this race as Burbridge now up to that P9 position, and it looks like he might be scooting away here from Underwood after putting on a valiant fight there to get that position. Unbelievable. Going through turn 9 now, he's going to be setting himself up for that 3 laps to go as we're on board with Connolly and Blackwell. Blackwell is eating this lead away. It was 6 seconds. Now it's down to 1 second here as he is closing this gap, heading down to turn number 3. Let's see if he can make a move.
All right, down into turn 3, William Connolly had big issues coming into turn 2, a little bit of an overshoot there, and lost a buttload of time to the 88 behind him. The 88 now pushing extremely hard to get himself back to the rear bumper of the 25, coming down into turn 4 now. Noah Blackwell in the 88, doing a fantastic job, a great race for himself tonight. Ben Gleason also, he has made his way back up to this top 3 battle as Ben Gleason in the 66. It's consistently run half second quicker, full second quicker than the people in front of him. So that's going to be a great battle too, as now the 88 comes down into 7 and down into 8 as well. We're looking at 2 laps to go here at Austria.
Yeah, when these boys cross the line here, it's going to be 2 laps to go for them as your race leader is going through turns 2 now. That's just how big of a gap he is built on second place right now, as Connolly's got a pretty good gap here entering turn 1 over Blackwell. He's a little slideways there off the corner, get right up against those sausage curbs, carry the momentum, as it looks like he's just going to try and hang on to this P2 position. Doesn't want to make a mistake, doesn't want to allow the 88 of Blackwell to get back in the clutches of him to make that move for that P2 position. Valuable points on the line here as he dives down here into turn 2, gets a pretty good run. Blackwell, a little bit different line, wraps an earlier apex. See what kind of run he has here for turn 3.
Last time by, the 66, a second quicker than third place Noah Blackwell, 2 seconds quicker than second place of William Connolly. This might be a good battle heating up here as we go and watch the number 16 of Matthew Wood coming down into turn 7 and 8 to round the second to last final corner here at Austria. The 16 looking to take the white flag here tonight in Austria with the PSCRL guys. White flag flies. Matthew Wood on the front straightaway and down into turn 1. What a great race he has ran. Led the majority of the laps as he comes off of turn 1 and down the really long straightaway into turn 2. The 16, the dominant force this year in the PSCRL series. He is a definite championship favorite. As he comes on down into turn 2, he's looking for another checker flag.
Yeah, down here into turn 2 for the final time. Gonna go down this little short chute, headed for turn 3. What an amazing drive we just witnessed here tonight by the Ironman. Started this race at the P12 position, drove his way all the way up to the lead of this race, won the first stage. Unbelievable. He lost a few positions on that restart with Stange, and Blackwell put on a great battle with him. He stayed calm, cool, and collected behind the wheel, put together an absolute drive to get back to the front of the field. Through turns 5 and 6, your two left-hand sweepers here. For the final time tonight, this man, he's looking to put himself into the next round of the playoffs with this victory tonight, solidifying himself continually as the dominant force this season, the man to beat. He's fast everywhere, whether we go to a short track, an intermediate, a road course. He just knows how to get the job done. Through turn 8 here for the final time tonight here at the Red Bull Ring. And through turn 9, no mistakes, just capitalized perfectly, and he slides it on through turn 9. Here it is, still drifted. It is the Ironman, Matthew Wood, who takes the victory here in Austria.
Up back down to P2 now. William Connolly coming under attack by Noah Blackwell as they come through turn 6 and into turn 7. This is going to be a battle for P2 all the way through the final corners of this race. The 25 still out in front of Noah Blackwell. Can William Connolly hold on in that P2 position? The final corner. The 88 to his rear bumper. Bumper business happens, but it's not going to work. William Connolly going to come home P2. Ben Gleason sniffing Victor P3. Not going to be able to happen here tonight. Ben Gleason comes on P4. Noah Blackwell P3. What a great ending to the top 3 there as William Connolly and Blackwell round out your top 3 for tonight. What a race that these guys put on at the end of and here comes a 54. Man, we call that the TKO here on the channel. Wow, unbelievable. William Connolly coming home P2. What a masterclass by Matthew Wood, though. A great race by him. And boy, what a race. Jay, I think it's time. Let's go ahead and bring up our final 3 contestants.
Let's do it. Let's hear from them. What a great race that they put on here tonight at the Red Bull Ring.
All right. Finishing P3 tonight, Noah Blackwell in the number 88. Noah, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
Noah, what a great run you had there. But let's talk about that undercut by William Connolly at the end of the race. How much of an effect did that have on your race strategy towards the end of the race?
By undercut, do you mean on like pit road?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I thought I was gonna be able to catch him at the end of the run there, but it didn't work out. So he cycled ahead of me, which kind of sealed the deal for me. I turned my brake bias up that run, half the run, to try and save enough tire to get to him, and then I clicked it back, and that seemed to catch him, but I couldn't get it done. I tried to dive bomb him there, but I didn't want to wreck him because he's a playoff driver, and I shouldn't be doing that. So, but yeah, I had a lot of fun. The goal was just to have fun tonight because I'm not in the playoffs, and I had a lot of fun. But man, does it take a toll on this track? God.
That's the next thing I actually wanted to talk about. Look, this track is very demanding in an open wheel car, but I couldn't imagine what it would be like in a stock car like this. 3,500 pounds and whipping it around these corners. What was it like? 45 laps around here, and I mean, it obviously had to take a toll.
Yeah, from lap 1 to 45, it was just trying to keep the car under you on the slow speed corners because it would just try to get out from under you. But man, am I sweating like everything. This track is so difficult in this car, but I mean, it was a blast.
Absolutely. Well, you come out here, you finish P3, a great race by yourself. You put on some great on-track content for us. Congratulations. And also, you said it, you had a great time tonight. That is awesome. We had a great time up here too, but I'm going to hand you off to Jay here. Jay, do you got anything for Noah before we round this out?
Yes, Noah, what a fantastic race. He ran all night long in the top 5, battling for the lead. We're the leader at one point. What a great race. Sounds like you had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun up here in the booth. But who do you have to thank for this amazing performance?
First, I got to thank Dega Boys for putting on a great show like they do every week. This whole season, just about, really matters. Matthew for helping me with pit strategy, because I wouldn't be up in the front without him, to be honest with you. The kid's amazing. And then my paint shop, NJB Designs. Go to njbdesigns.com to get yourself a paint. And yeah. Oh, and then me.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for the kind words. Truly appreciate it. We have a great time up here doing it. And we have just as much of a blast as you guys do on track. Noah, congratulations on your P3 tonight. Congratulations. And Noah, we sincerely hope to see you in the next one.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that was your P3 finisher for tonight. Let's bring down your P2 finisher for tonight. That's William Connolly. William, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. How are y'all doing?
Man, what a race you put on there at the end. I mean, unbelievable. You pull off the undercut with the 88. Talk to us a little bit about that. Did you have that planned? Was that a game game time call, or what was going on there? Because that was what I believe truly secured your P2 tonight.
I mean, we were back and forth the first time before the stage break. It didn't work out for me, so it was risky to try it again, because it was clear I was bad on the long run, and Noah was just there the whole time. So I'm glad it worked out, but it was close.
Yes, absolutely. Look, even into the final corner, the 88 had that opportunity to give you a little bit of bumper business. He did, but you held on to it. Were you expecting that through the final corners?
A little bit, because before I pitted, I muscled my way in to pass him before, and it was the same set of turns, so I was expecting it. But credit to him, he's a class act and just let it go. It just gave me a nice bump and allowed me to hang on a little bit.
Absolutely. Well, look, some great strategy that you played on your part gets you up into that P2 position. A great battle at the end there, but you hold on to P2. Congratulations on that. You're in the playoffs. This is some great points for you leading in to race number 3 in the first round. And congratulations. I mean, look, we've still got a couple more races up in front of us. And you pull off some stuff like this, William. We'll see you at the end there for sure. And just want to say congratulations one more time. I'm actually going to hand you off to Jay here. Jay, what do you got for William before we round this out?
Yes, William, what a fantastic race you had all night long. Right there in the top 3 all race long. It was unbelievable. You put on some great battles, some great content for us to broadcast and for everyone to see at home. Who do you have to thank for this amazing performance?
I have to thank Wood. He thought I would be fast, and I did not think so, but turns out I was. And then I want to thank Blackwell for just racing clean. It was neck and neck the whole race, so I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it. Congratulations on your P2 tonight, William. And look, you've got yourself into a great position going into these playoffs, and we sincerely hope to see you in the next race.
Thank you.
All right, that was your P2 finisher for tonight. Now, let's go ahead and bring down your P1 finisher, your race winner, Matthew Wood. Matthew, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Hi.
Matthew, what a great, absolutely stout run you had tonight. Let's talk about your qualifying, though. What happened?
Well, if Brian would have made the session 10 minutes, maybe I could have got a second lap. But no, I got a 34.9, and I looked up. I invalid in the last corner, the very last corner.
Rip.
But yeah, I was like, I had a good qualifying. Just went wide in turn 4. Sent it a little too hard in the 5, and lost approximately, like, I think it was 7/10. And if I would have had that lap clean all the way around, because I had a perfect turn 1, perfect turn 2, I would have. I could have gotten to the 33s, but didn't matter. I don't know what happened with Melvin on the warm-up lap. He just kind of, I think his wheel messed up, he said, and just turned into me, had a lot of damage on the left front. Then I hit Jordan in turn 1, then got punted absolutely Danny Kvyat level bombshell into turn 1. Then turn 2, and well, actually turn 3. Jordan hit me. Everyone checked up really hard. I started getting to a groove, but I mean, it was on from there.
Absolutely. Another thing with that, with what you just put on there tonight, I mean, 31 seconds to P2. Look, seriously, how much are you charging for these clinics? Because you're making everybody go broke here.
$500,000.
Woo, boy, you can retire now.
I could retire easily.
Well, Matthew, look, just another masterclass run tonight. Matthew, with your run that you had out here, who do you have to thank? Who do you want to shout out here tonight? The spotlight's on you. You have the floor. Take it away.
Jay, you look beautiful. Just saying. I'll absolutely love it. But glad to have y'all back. I went to Talladega last year, and that was the best time of my life.
Oh, we were there.
I loved it. Yeah. Just I was looking at y'all. I was like, well, that's gonna be fun. But I mean, everybody drove a great race. Me and Jordan last week in overtime. Noah led like half the race. Caution came out with 3 to go. The overtime restart, I got into Jordan, and Jordan went head on into the outside wall. It was a racing incident. I kind of came up and he came down at the same time off of turn 2, and I felt really, really, really bad. It wasn't fully my fault, but I still felt I should have done better. But we're on good terms now. So yeah, great for him to be that guy, and always thank the Lord. Racers for Christ on the car, and now on Friday nights I'm in the playoffs in that league too, so second in points. So now I got to focus on 2 different playoffs at the same time with a hurt back, because I hurt my back somehow. I don't know how, and I'm going to the hospital tomorrow because I can't bend over or walk on my left leg because my back hurts. So yeah, that was a little tough, but when you're focused that hard on racing, it kind of draws that out. Of course, if it got so bad to where I couldn't bear it, I would have stopped, because I have to deal with health before I deal with this. But luckily, it didn't get to that point. Now that the adrenaline's wearing off, it's most certainly getting there. But no, just a good race, and glad I could make that out. I think it was on Stange in turn 5. I made the around the outside move, and I was clinching the entire time. I thought he was going to run up into me, but that was awesome. I mean, that was one of the best racing I've ever had side by side with somebody. So just awesome night.
Absolutely, absolutely. You find yourself once again going to be able to move on to the next round with this win. Congratulations with that. Congratulations on your performance tonight. You had a fantastic run. And Matthew, we hope to see you in the next one.
Thank you.
All right, Jay. What a run that we had here tonight. An awesome, awesome race that we got to witness. I mean, look. Road course racing on such a track like Austria with these big old cars like this. What a treat. What a treat, really, to be able to do this because it never happened in real life, but we get to do it in simulation. Matthew Wood comes out here with a terrible qualifying, gets back to the front, and wins the race. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, like I said at the top, I would have never imagined this in my wildest dreams. That I would see some NASCAR trucks rolling around the Red Bull Ring. It's just unbelievable. What a great race we witnessed here tonight. A lot of great battles throughout the field, especially that top 5. We had Gleason, Rose, Connolly, Blackwell just battling it out all race long. It was so much fun to watch. We had some other battles in the back towards Underwood, Burbage at times. Stange was up there battling at a certain point, played strategy. And that's what we wanted to see here tonight, was see somebody try something different. And I think it worked out on the good end of that deal for him. He ended up netting a few positions on that whole deal, so that was fun to watch. But wow, I mean, and another thing I said at the top too, these guys are going to be tired after this race. I mean, those heavy stock cars around this intricate racetrack, and that's what a couple of them said there in those interviews. And so I mean, wow, what another great race here. Road race here in the PSCRL Truck Series. And I'm ready for the next one, Tom. I can't wait for next Saturday to come back here and broadcast another one of these banger of a races.
Absolutely. Another great race ran here on the Dega Boys Broadcasting Network. Here with the PSCRL guys. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty with the PSCRL guys, so stay tuned. We're going to be crowning a champion here in a couple weeks. So make sure you guys tune in for every race, all the drama that ensues from that as well. Probably something we won't see with some other top echelon of motorsports, like what we may witness tomorrow. So anyways, with that being said, let's wind down this broadcast just a little bit. If you want to become a member of the Dega Boys channel here on YouTube, you can. It comes with awesome perks. Just go to our channel, hit the join button, pick the tier that works best for you. You could come in and broadcast a race. You could come into one of our podcasts, talk a little bit about racing with Jay and I, have a good time. You could also go to you could go to our merch shop. You can find that on our channel as well. Hit the store button there and shop some of your best or your most favorite YouTube stars or YouTube idiots, whatever one works best. But you get yourself some sweet Dega Boy swag like this right here, Big Daddy NASCAR, or maybe some Big Daddy IMSA, like what Jay's hat likes to say. But go on there, support the boys, and all the monies that go towards both of those programs go straight back into the channel to create more and better content for you guys. I'm actually going to hand you off to Jay here. Jay, what do we got going on with the podcast? And maybe talk about a little bit about the watch party.
Yes. Well, first off, I want to say, go follow us on Patreon. Oh boy, did we get caught in 4K this weekend at Talladega. So go subscribe to our Patreon. There's a lot of content on there you probably want to see. I mean, it's not YouTube good, but you guys might enjoy it. I don't know. Now just plug the little Patreon. All those proceeds go back to help us do more fun and awesome things, like the Dega games that we participated in. Right now on the channel, you see our day 1 of karting experience that we had there at the King Camo. We'll have day 2 coming out here in the next few days with the gun range version of that competition. So just keep your eyes out on the channel. Gonna get that out to you guys as soon as possible with the busy schedules we got. But tomorrow, we are going to be doing our monthly watch party. We did a poll earlier this month, and the NASCAR Dover race tomorrow is the winner of that poll. So we will be here live early in the morning. I am not sure what time the race starts, Tom. I haven't even looked it up yet. I'll have to go back and look at the schedule of the stream. But we'll be here watching the race live with you guys on YouTube. Get our live reactions as everything unfolds in front of you. Should be a pretty good race. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm being optimistic. We had a great Xfinity race today. I'm hoping we get some more of that action here tomorrow with the Cup race. So make sure to tune in. It's always a great time on the watch parties. You can interact with us in the chat. We're always reading the chat, hanging out with you guys. It's as if you were watching the race right next to us. So it should be a fun time. And then also come tune in to our podcast, Full Send Aftermath Podcast, episode 68 on Tuesday. We're back at it again. We'll be recapping all of the races this weekend at Dover as well as IndyCar at Barber. A few more fun, interesting topics we got to talk about. There's a little bit of news we want to talk about as well this coming week. Lots of stuff changing in the motorsports world. But then we're also going to preview the races coming up next week. I think F1's in Miami next week. We also have NASCAR in Kansas. So lots of preview stuff for that as well. So make sure to tune in. It's always a great time on the watch party. Or on the podcast.
Always. It always is. We have a good time there too, as well as our broadcast that we do lots of fun happening. Make sure you guys go check out all of our other social links as well. We got Instagram, X, Facebook, Twitter, Discord. Join our Discord channel. That thing is thriving. And boy, are we getting some great interaction there as well. We appreciate everybody who comes out to our broadcast, to our Discord, Facebook, Twitter, X, Patreon. We appreciate all that. Everybody who came out here tonight, gave a comment, like, subscribe. Thank you so much. We got Matthew Wood. We got Michael Boyles, Natalie Underwood, Tanja back in the chat here once again. We appreciate all your guys' support, and thank you so much. We have grown a lot since the beginning. Looking about a year and a month now, almost a year and 2 months on this platform, and boy, has it been a ride. We want to thank everybody who came out here tonight. Again, liked, commented, and subscribed. We love you all. Thank you so much to our channel members. We've got Stephen Downton, Daniel Maddox, Dallas Seward, Richard Latuke. Tell Taps, thank you guys so much. We truly appreciate it. And look, this has been another great broadcast here on the Take It Boys Network. This has been Thomas and Jay in the booth, and we'll see y'all in the next one.